Even in such an unfortunate position, she held onto that fob.
Even though your face looks like burnt schnitzel, it is a relief to know that you are on our side, Peck.
Evidently, the bilious buffet is now open. Explain yourself. Why do you sound like Agent Maxis? Fire? The dark ether makes a mockery of physics. Fire? Why fire? Ah, just make it solid. Found him. He is in a holding tank in the biolab. Frankly, I'm not sure which is worse, being out there with the wretched undead or stuck in here with you, Peck. From her rigor-mortised hand to yours. Sticky fingers. Give its constituent atoms a vigorous shaking. Make it behave. Go flip a switch or something. Good work. Goodness me, it worked. It actually worked. Raptor 1, do you copy? Hack complete. He is still the same man who cast Maxis into the dark ether. Dr. Modi recovered the inversion warheads. If the inversion warheads were exhumed from the sea, would they still be operational? The network cables could be manually reconnected, in theory. How exciting! The ammunition is currently in a plasma state. Utterly useless, but exciting.
I am a man of science.
I do hope that Dr. Modi has been torn to pieces by this mob. I don't normally advocate unleashing hell, but needs must, when the devil drives. I don't wish to sound ungrateful, Peck, but your timing for this rescue mission was not ideal. I, for one, hope it burns. I have found a potential obstacle. I have witnessed test chimps perform more complex tasks with greater success. I love computers. All it takes is an amp, one resentful old German, and voila! Chaos. I myself do not fear death, but I had hoped you would. I scrawled the plans for the amps on my cell wall. Richtofen's eyes are everywhere. I should have known. I see mention of amp munition in the documents. Likely what empowers that weapon.
I suspect we were already too contaminated from our time in Requiem to meet the test subject criteria.
I tend to prefer a warm brandy and a good book, but as the young people say, you do you.
I was never a fucking Nazi.
I would not get cocky. I suspect our fishy foe has not yet expired. I would rather not speculate beyond saying that every plan involving you tends to turn to excrement. I would not celebrate just yet. I'm afraid Dr. Modi escaped in a mini-sub with your warheads. I'm afraid Dr. Modi has your precious warheads. What if she chooses to use them?
I'm not chasing after an old wives' tale.
If anything drove me nuts, it was most likely that sonic sadist who occupied this station prior to your arrival.
If we get out alive, you and I are having a chat about narcissism. If you had spent the last 6 years here, Peck, you'd be more than slightly alarmed. In my solitude, I dreamt of learning to swim, seeing the Taj Mahal, and crippling Project Jarnus. Is that the hard drive in its teeth? Oh, I'm afraid this will not be an easy extraction. It appears that, much like us, our guard was no big fan of Dr. Modi. She was in charge of this horror factory. It appears to be in a plasma state. It may require several phase changes to solidify. It has entered a gaseous phase, one step closer to solid, I hope. It has recombined to gas phase. Progress is gratifying. It is imperative that we reactivate the systems that power this infernal place. It seems the device must ingest some kind of code. It was supposed to liquefy, not ignite. Does logic have no place here? It's good that even an imbecile such as yourself understands why such a decision is prudent. It's hard to discern if there's one creature sprouting many limbs, or many creatures smooshed together. Just as I feared, Janus stole my schematics. Those are my amp units powering the base. Filthy thieves. Let there be light. Like something we must kill. Oh, look at that. It worked. Looks like they didn't need your assistance, Peck. Is a refund in order? Meh, meh. Meh, meh, meh. Bist du ein Schaf oder ein Wolf? My God! Was that patient 13? More amps, more possibilities. 1, 2, 3. Mother rewarded me with sweets when I got high marks in school. But I did my own work. My name is Strauss. My associates and I need urgent assistance to escape this facility. No time like the present, or as I like to call it, the now. No time to dilly-dally, tick-tock, tick-tock. Protect the Assyria maturation pods. Beeil dich. No visible signs of injury. For the relief. For you. Not that I have any personal experience with such matters. Not to poop your party, but I fear its retreat may prove temporary. Now that it has turned to gas, we inch closer to success. Ew. Now there is an image I won't soon forget. Obviously the last one takes priority. Oh dear, I'm afraid the entire island will soon be vaporized. Oh dear, your so-called inversion warheads have certainly inverted patient 13. Oh, if only it were that simple. Oh, look! One of them dropped something energized. Oh, not good. It would seem Modi acquired the inversion warheads. Our Russian friend is a survivor. I am confident he's still out there, somewhere, being all dark and moody. Pardon the cliché, but we must celebrate while we can. Peck, you half-baked Heisenberg! You must have known your warheads possessed mutagenic effects. Peekaboo! There you are. Personally, I have anticipated this for some time. Probably mutating into something significantly worse. Raptor 1, can you give me what I believe is called a Zeitrep? Raptor 1, we have power. Raptor 1, has William Gilbert's wondrous discovery also blessed your position? Remarkable! One of them appears to have dropped a plasma packet. Richthofen powers the base using my design? He thinks he is so clever. He is not. He is a fool. Richthofen thinks he can steal my designs? I say no. Alas, time is not our ally. Defend the amp. Sam, can you deactivate the detonators? Scheiße! The drive with the test subject records is missing. Sadly, we have been outmaneuvered. Seeing power restored warms my aging heart. They're good, but more power is needed. Shortcuts are for failures and politicians. Learn to think for yourself. Show your work, or Professor will be angry. You cannot. You are a cheat.
Since when do you have friends? 6 years in a cell is reason enough to hate our former director. What, may I ask, is your reason? So, Peck, are we really meant to believe you just ceased being a double-crossing narcissist?
So, what exactly did you mean when you said Maxis was your source code?
So, your companion, Maya, what is she? Your bodyguard? Your guide?
Something's happening. Aesthetic energy spiking off the chart. Splendid. The chamber is now unlocked. Engage release valve simultaneously to release poor Nathan. Splendid. The door to the docks is on the lower floor of the biolab. Stealing warheads is too far. Not her crimes against humanity. Strange. That packet of energy seems attuned to the munition. Success! Such a grisly way to meet one's demise. Teleport successful. I am glad you did not have to endure the alternative. That fob may be a crucial element yet to reveal its worth. That foul beast is eating our missing hard drive. This is suboptimal. That weapon lacks its power source. Files refer to amp munition. The amp munition changed state. Careful, gases can be volatile. The amp munition may pass through various phases before solidifying. I must confess, the suspense is killing me. The human will to survive is strong. And he was once human. The mucus monster has mutated. I am fearful of its new capabilities. The prisoner logs have been moved to a new location. Without them, we have no hope of finding Nathan. The weapon requires amp munition. It's unlikely to be laying out in the open. Those are corpses. What you're smelling is putrescine and phenol. Tarnowski created that resonator to find her missing power source. Tarnowski held on to that fob, even in death. I say keep it. Tarnowski refers to this as a multiphasic resonator. It will lead you to the lost power source. Tarnowski's files describe a power unit she called amp munition. It appears to be missing. Tarnowski's notes say that resonator can locate the amp munition. Unless you want your limbs to become its limbs, I suggest you don't let it grab hold of you. We now have broader access to the systems. Well done. That looked exhausting. Well worth it, if only to see that precious little baby black hole. What a foul abomination! In my experience, taxidermy is ideally conducted post-mortem. What is it you say? Oh, yes. Fire in the holes! What is that adage you Americans are so fond of? Yes. Whatever happened down there? Patient 13 looks thoroughly invigorated. Who knows what its full form looks like? We have only glimpsed its tentacles. Rings? Why are there rings on the skull? I hate this place! With proper funding, a motivated scientist will go to any length in the name of research. Yes, but we cannot access the database without reactivating the island's computer network. You have a talent for understatement. This place is a cesspit of pseudoscience. You have chosen feebly. Please find the correct sequence. You're back. I'm so pleased you're not dead. Your friend Maxis gave everything to save us. Now I fear we must prepare to do the same. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. A few more amps and we'll have full access to the central database. Raptor 1, what is your status? A key card, most promising. So many locks, so many possibilities. And found. Maya's brother is secured in a biolab chamber. According to this, you will find Nathan in the laboratory. Maya's brother is located in a containment chamber within the biolab. Am I supposed to take comfort in the fact that my amp designs actually work? Part of me does. Another Tarnowski invention, the multiphasic resonator. Use it to find the amp munition. Are you surprised? Our former director had 6 years to poke and prod the dark ether. As it solidifies, the munition may consume some exotic energies. You will see what I mean. At last, full power. Unfortunately, we have a new problem. At last, our aquatic assailant is no more. At least you learn from your mistakes, Peck. Boy transmitting. But, yeah, hurrah for freedom and all that. Clever. Correct. They aren't your warheads. Technically, they are Dr. Modi's. Dear God, what a disgusting transformation. A wastebasket! I need a wastebasket! What? My lieber Gott. Did that vermin just evolve? Excuse me, you cannot do that! That is not how natural selection works! Do not be fooled. People like him do not change. They simply adapt to new circumstances. Do not fret. Tenacity and deductive reasoning should lead the team to the hard drive. Don't look now, but they dropped something intriguing. Actually, do look now.
Dr. Gray was always stronger than we gave her credit for. She handled incarceration better than any of us.
Dr. Modi has them. Dr. Modi is now in possession of your inversion warheads. Whoopsie. Dr. Peck, we have boots on the ground who can search for the hard drive. They will find it.
Enjoy your revenge, young lady.